Okay, this little video is called Quarterback Obsessing, or what I call QBO. And this is Quarterback Obsessing the Cleveland Browns effect. So what do I mean by Quarterback Obsessing the Cleveland Browns effect? Well, if you remember Cleveland Browns' recent history, it's the idea that a brand new shiny quarterback is going to solve all our problems. And how long did it take them to get this? Well, we don't even know if this latest QB is going to be any good. I watched him, ironically, it was just last night playing the Denver Broncos. And I wasn't at all impressed with him, but you know, there is a maybe it's the best they've had in a long time, though. So, you know, the Broncos think Bronco fans are being hit by the obsession of getting a shiny new quarterback as the solution, end all be all. I was on the record saying that I don't think the Broncos should draft a quarterback because, for one thing, they're not going to probably have the same coaching staff that drafted him. And there's a lot to be said about that. And that's kind of the problem with quarterbacks, drafting quarterbacks. What we saw in Kansas City was you had a system in place that was pretty good system. And they had a quarterback that was pretty reliable. And it actually was the proper way to get into the quarterback. You got a good system in place. You got good players. You got a good offensive line, and that's key. None of that is what happened when the Denver Broncos drafted Case Keenum. It went and got him on free agency. And I'm on record saying that I felt bad for Case Keenum, that he would be sent to the Denver Broncos, and that by week 5, people would be calling for his head. I knew they'd be calling for his head because I knew he wouldn't thrive in this anti-quarterback environment. And I'll get into the anti-quarterback. It'll be just another video, Broncos anti-quarterback video. But I'm talking about QB obsession. QB obsession is you take all the factors that surround getting a quarterback, throw them out the window, and you're just hoping that this guy that you drafted, you know, he's like it's almost like believing in fairies or magic princesses. You know, you think that they're going to just wave magic wands and magic is going to happen. You know, when they first of all don't even have a good offensive line. They go through coaching staff changes. So it's hard to tell how many good quarterbacks actually fell through the cracks. I mean, I bring up the Cleveland Browns. Just one first-round QB after another first-round QB that went down the toilet. Was it really the quarterback? Was it the organization? You know, one will never know. And that's why I say that the Denver Broncos never should have drafted, and it was a good idea that they didn't, because they just would have ruined these 4 guys that was in the 2018 draft. And because it looks like that Denver Broncos are going to go through another coaching change in some degree. They're going to have to, because it's in pretty bad shape. And you know, they're going to have to wait till they get something going. I think you keep Case Keenum. You keep him as even a backup down the road, or a bridge quarterback. That's what I would assume he'd be, a bridge quarterback. Don't make the Chicago Bears mistake and blow out the budget for Cutler when you should have kept Orton and built the team. They finally did what they should have done when Orton was there, you know, and then use the draft to draft in a quarterback. They could have got Russell Wilson. They could have got anybody, any number of quarterbacks. If you know, and then Kyle Orton was good enough to serve as a bridge team building quarterback. especially in an age where you're talking about you need a pocket quarterback. But, we get in these obsessions, and again, if I had my own thing, if I had my own channel, I would have told you Cutler was a bum. Cutler did not do anything. He was never going to do anything. And you can come up with all the excuses you want. The guy was a cancer in the locker room. He was way overpaid. Maybe even Kirk Cousins is overpaid, but at least Cousins isn't a pouty, entitled, individual. But, keeping Case Keenum around, maybe you draft a third-round quarterback. I mean, look at what happened with what's-his-face out there in New England, Brady. I don't care what people will say that, I knew he was going to be good on. He was the fourth-string quarterback, but you never know. You put the right player personnel, the right system. I could get into I could do a whole podcast on New England. Why they were successful. It's kind of common sense stuff that for some reason other teams don't do. So, again, this is about quarterback obsessing. The talk is to get Flacco. Maybe I'll just make another video about Flacco. I thought about that myself. Or could they get Carr or could they get Flacco? But why would Flacco come to the Denver Broncos after what we've seen with what happened to Peyton Manning, Trevor Siemian, and the other guy they got, Case Keenum? You'll find that I'm not great with names. When I'm like on record mode, it's like I can't remember these idiots' names. I'm an idiot. So, anyway, that's enough obsessing for now.